Gemma Kahng understands better than most that fashion is a fickle business. The designer skyrocketed to success in the early 90s with her very first collection of sharply tailored separates. But that success was short-lived, and less than a decade later, her label had all but evaporated. Now she's back, and more determined than ever. I sit down with the designer at Neiman Marcus to discuss where she's been and where she's headed. Let's start at the beginning. You had very early success. Your first collection was a bit of a fait accompli. How did you respond to the attention that came from that first collection?
I was completely unprepared. It was shocking and hard to believe. I had to pinch my face to make sure I'm not dreaming. It was unbelievable. I expected nothing, and just did a small collection and start calling people, and it worked.
Yeah, and it was fairly rapid. You had celebrities like Sharon Stone wearing your clothes from the very first collection. You had the Vogue cover.
Yeah, and Madonna.
Yeah, kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
How did you transition from that initial success into developing the business?
I really didn't. that was what went wrong. I had everything. I had a freestanding boutique in Hong Kong, prime location next to Armani. I had the cover of Vogue and all these things, but I just was very naive, and I just never connected the success I have then with the person I was before.
For the viewers that don't know your earlier work, can you describe that aesthetic for them? It was really, really impactful when it hit
it was
the scene.
loud.
It was very
really
loud.
Obnoxious.
I would not use that word, but
well, it was a little bit outrageous, and it was very refreshing at the time. I was making suits with a different point of view.
So the fall collection is just now filtering into stores. Tell me about the collection. What inspired it?
The inspiration for this collection started with Renaissance painting. The women in Renaissance painting are so pale and so beautiful and delicate, and they got beaded woven things on their hair and the lace around the neck, and it's just so rich, but at the same time so delicate. It's just so beautiful. But you have to be careful not to get too focused in one look, then it's kind of boring. I had to mix it with something almost opposite to make a perfect balance.
That's exactly what I think came through in the collection, that tension.
Yeah.
Because the silhouettes are really strong, the shoulders in particular. They're cut so sharp, but then you have all this really feminine detail work.
Yeah, there are like delicate touches here and there, but they're kind of like spread out. So another inspiration I blended in is Japanese armor.
Oh.
Beautiful Japanese armor is beautiful. It has beading and texture and a lot of gold ornaments.
That's a prominent motif in the collection.
Oh yeah. So I combined those two, and why not? I can do whatever I want.
So I think, aside from the obvious kind of lessons you learned about running your business, what else has changed for you the second time around?
I am more devoted to my work. I think when I was younger, I had a lot of things going on in my life. You want to get married, you want to have children. Now, I mean, those things are not priority in my life. Work is the most important thing. So I'm more devoted. I work all the time, and I love it. So I think it shows that I'm putting my heart in my collection.
So if there is a lesson that you could give to new designers starting on the scene, what would it be?
I think they should be prepared to work really, really hard. And I think with all the designers out there now, there are so many, it's very, very important to have your own identity and stick with it.
Not to get morbid, but if you had to pen your epitaph, what would you want it to say?
Oh my God. I would say dream big.
That's wonderful. And I think your story will work out well for that.
Yeah, you have to start high, and then, maybe have to come down a little bit, but start high.